Hey guys, it's Faye and this is Day with Faye. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Colourpop Pretty Fresh HA or hyaluronic acid tinted moisturizer and also the Pretty Fresh blending sponge. Timestamps are in the description below if you're looking for a specific piece of information. And I'm going to take 2 seconds to be like, hey, subscribe, join if you want, it's cool, you know how it is. Or you can follow me on Instagram. Let's get cracking. First off, we're starting like this. Normally when I break out, I'm like, ugh, this is annoying, you know? But it's pretty good because it is red, it is present, and I can test how this Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer does with coverage. So first of all, the packaging is absolutely beautiful. I love how it feels. So this is completely vegan, which I am trying, to only review vegan products because it's important to me. Now, this is a tinted moisturizer. Personally, I have never tried a tinted moisturizer before, but I do like to have minimal makeup every now and then. This is like the perfect marriage of you're still gonna get coverage, but it's chill, not super heavyweight, because sometimes, I don't know, you wanna just like have that little natural look, but you just want to add a little something, so that's where I'm at. This also contains hyaluronic acid, which is like the skincare community's holy grail ingredient of the moment, but basically it helps hydrate your skin, all that good stuff. I personally have combination skin, but it leans more towards dry. Every now and then I'll break out. And then this also has coconut water inside, which is known to support hydration and skin softness. I like that it's coconut water versus coconut oil because coconut oil can be very comedogenic for people who have sensitive skin. I am going to be testing out the Pretty Fresh blending sponge. So taking that out, it looks really cute. I personally got this because my beauty sponges were getting a little bit nasty, so I was like, this is pretty affordable, so let's see how it does. One thing that is a little bit hard about when you're shopping for any foundation online is that it's hard to match to your skin tone. So this might be a little bit too light, but it might be perfect. We'll see. I don't know. I was in between 2 things. I went with this one, so we'll see how that works. I'm also gonna do like a long wear, how it wears throughout the day. Right, so I'm gonna dampen the beauty sponge. Now, when I first learned about beauty sponges, this is such a noob thing, but I'm gonna say it because maybe you're like how I was a year ago and you didn't know any better, but you're supposed to wet these. I thought beauty sponges was just like, they're good as dry, but you wanna wet them. If you don't wet them, they're not as good. So I'm gonna go wet in this. I'm gonna show you guys the difference between it with water and without water. As you can tell, it has expanded because it is a sponge, but it just makes blending that much easier. I really like how this feels so far. I'm gonna tell you how it feels on my skin, but it feels really soft on my hands. This is definitely softer than the beauty sponges that I have tried, so I'm excited to see. I'm gonna take a moment and pray to the YouTube gods that I picked the right foundation shade, because if not, this is gonna be not that great review. Okay, so I put on Fair 2W, and if you want to know all my other foundations that I wear, it's in the description below to help you guys out. Okay, so this definitely goes on super lightweight. It really just feels like you're putting on a skincare product. I don't know if you could tell within the video. It doesn't stay tinted for long. I dab my beauty blender in, bam, I got some tint, bam, I got some tint. now it's pretty much just moisturizer without tint, which is okay. You know, it's definitely super lightweight. I think that this does a really good job of looking like skin, but adding that extra oomph, but still looking really, really natural. I think that it blended out really nicely with the Beauty Blender. I have no complaints. I did feel like I had to use a little bit more than normal. I had to use a little bit more of the tinted moisturizer compared to like my average foundation, just because the coverage is pretty light coverage, you know what I'm saying? So to get it where I wanted it to be, I had to build it up more than my average foundation. My skin doesn't feel like anything. Like usually my skin can sometimes be sensitive and it doesn't feel like it's burning. I will say that I'm still using my normal moisturizer before this, just because I kind of think of this as like instead of using foundation, if that makes sense. But I wouldn't use this instead of using my moisturizer, just because I have really, really dry skin and I don't think that this would give me the moisture that I need. But then I also feel like you can't have a really emolliating like moisturizer but then also have it have tint. So I think that this is a really good lightweight moisturizer that's tinted for sure. I think that this was a good skincare color match. Don't really look at my shoulders right now because I was out on a kayak trip and I tried my best with sunscreen, but I didn't do as good as I could. But if you look from here and my neck area, it matches. So I'm gonna do a little before and after so you can see. So I'm actually kind of glad that I did have this really red pimple because it didn't really cover it. I have another red spot right here and it also didn't cover it. So I think that if you have like extremely red skin, I do sort of have a little bit of hyperpigmentation on my cheeks, but it was able to cover that one up. But if you have anything that's really red, it's not gonna cover it. I'm always keeping it real with you guys, but I think that if you don't have breakouts usually and your skin is mainly like this, then I think that this is a perfect product. When I look at the texture of my skin too, I really like it, except for where my pimple is, because it doesn't look like skin. But again, this pimple is like a pretty hard pimple to cover in general, so I forgive it, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go apply the rest of my makeup look and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just finished my look. I really did want to touch on the Beauty Blender. Honestly, I think that this is my favorite Beauty Blender. Like, it's so soft, easy to blend. I hope that they come out with little concealer Beauty Blenders if they don't have those already, because I would be all over that for sure. In terms of putting my makeup on top of this tinted moisturizer, it went on really easily. I put on some contour, some highlight, some blush, you know, everything went on really great. So I'm going to wear this look out for the rest of the day and I'll let you know how it holds up. Obviously, this is just gonna stay like that. Hey guys, so it is almost 11. I had a really long day. Now, I didn't do the workout like I had planned, but honestly, I was walking around so much today. As I told you, this wasn't gonna be covered. And it wasn't, obviously. Why would it all of a sudden be covered by the end of the day? But I do think that the tinted moisturizer held up well on my face. Not on my nose, because that kind of gets a little bit red. So basically the areas where, you know, super red, those came out throughout the day. But I really honestly didn't notice that until now. But when I was checking my face in the middle of the day, I didn't really have a problem like that. So that concludes my review on the Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer and Blending Sponge from Colourpop. I hope you guys found this super informational. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. I always genuinely appreciate it. And if you haven't already, I would love for you to subscribe. All you have to do is click my face here, and you can watch some of my other Colourpop videos right here. Bye guys, I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.